Alright, we are streaming. Let's put some music on. This is a completely new thing to me right now, so if you're locked in, please say hello. And this will make sense in a second. I'm just getting something to listen to. I'm going to check the levels. Bear with. Yeah, I'll put this on for now. Anyone locked in? Okay. So just... Okay, can we just check something? That the levels are okay and you can hear me chatting. Hello. 1 2 1 2. We'll have to keep chatting all the way through this to make sure the sound is correct. And I feel quite awkward because I'm just chatting to the screen. But I have to keep doing that. Check, it's buffering alright. Is anyone actually locked in? Because it's telling me there's none. I've got 6 people locked in. Alright, so I'm on Soundcloud. Give me something to listen to. I'm bored. I couldn't be bothered to actually mix. So I'm just going to do this instead, let you guys put the music. Does my voice sound good? Can you hear me as well? Can you hear me speaking? Someone let me know. Can you hear me talking over? Check, 1 2, check, 1 2. Sick. Okay. Get your requests in, folks. Let me change a little. Okay, and if you don't know this one, this came out on my label Scuffed on last Friday. It's called Bulwark. It's by a Bristol duo called Glances. Good pals of mine. If you lot aren't making any requests, I'm just going to pick something of my own. Uploads. See what we've got. Okay, I've got something. This one is not on vinyl. We're not doing vinyl on Scuffed. Currently, I won't say we're not doing vinyl on Scuffed. We're not doing vinyl on Scuffed currently. So we've got Bordeaux Lovin' by Lapellis. This is on Soundcloud, because if it's not, then we might run into a bit of a problem. Oh, we've got it. Oh, I know this tune. I'm going to take this time to apologise if you've sent me music and I haven't listened to it or replied. I'm very backlogged, but now's your chance just to get it to me. I'll listen to absolutely anything for an hour. And I don't really know what to do with myself. I'm just going to sit here and chat. How are we all doing anyway? We got Pavindu, Textasy, Deja Vu Bass. I think I've got that actually. But yeah, I'll line it up for you. One from my man Camus as well. I'll line this all up. And then I've got one, I got a question to everyone. I saw, it was on Twitter today. I don't know who it was, some old geezer. And he was saying, back in my day, I used to play strictly vinyl that I'd found myself, and I won't ID anything for anybody, and if anyone tried to look over, I'd knock them over, because man's a bit of a dinosaur. And it got me thinking, like, how do people feel about, like, withholding IDs? Because I don't know, I don't really do it myself, because I think I said this on Twitter already, like if you want to find out what a track is in this day and age, you can find it out easily with Shazam or IOM. And then if you want to get a track, there is, I'm not going to say how, but you can get most tracks, especially vinyl only ones, you can find them online anyway. So I was just wondering everyone's opinions on withholding IDs. Have a little chat on it. Bear with me, I'm just queuing up all these other tunes. Alright, so I've got all the tunes queued up. Let's see what we've got in the comments. We're talking about withholding track IDs. Specifically, if someone asks you what tune has you played, is it right to tell them no? So we've got my television is dead, music is for sharing. You're right, that's literally why we're all here right now. Divizy Discs says not sharing tunes is going up behaviour, and I agree with that. I think, hold on, I keep reading these comments. Out to Hair Drum Code, always there. Gavindu is shouting out Identification of Music group. They are some friends of mine, pals of mine, people that run that. I'm doing something with them very soon, I can't say what. Hair Drum Code says blowjob for ID. I don't know, I can't support that one. I mean, if someone wants to offer it, then they can offer it, but I won't accept it. But I don't think you should be asking for that. But Totom have hat. I can understand not sharing. I get that feeling when I found a good track. I want to be the only one to play it. I guess it depends on who you are, really. Like, if I find a good track, I play it, and I don't mind who knows it, but I still feel like I'm mixed in certain ways, or it's still kind of linked to me, like, in a way, like, I don't really feel like, I'm not a big enough DJ to be like, oh yeah, this is my track. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not blowing up a track or doing anything like that, so I might as well let people know what it is. I'll just find another one. That's what I do half my time anyway. What have we got? Cammy's saying, there must be an element of insecurity if you're not happy sharing IDs. But saying that is lazy if you reckon wants to find these IDs. Yeah, that's basically it. Like, it's quite a weird thing, because obviously you do get people that will ask like, oh, what's every tune that this DJ played, and then yeah, they just get all those tunes. Like, I don't think you get much of a style from doing that. I think that's why there's a lot of cut and paste DJs at the moment. So it is it's a divisive thing. I think, like, unless I'm not allowed to say what a track is, whether that's because it's someone else's or whether it's because, like, it's not finished or whatever, that's the only reason I'll be like, nah, I can't tell you this. Otherwise I say it. Like, if you're stealing other people's tunes, I think you get caught out eventually anyway. So that's my thoughts on it. No, but if anyone else wants to bring anything else up, then just let me know. Just leave a comment in the shout box, because I'm bored. I'm just here for a chat. Next week on Maslow, Herky D, or Slab, or Wink. Maslow's a Donny, Herky D's a Donny. Nah, Slab's alright, I just don't really find it that exciting. Probably should be saying this, but it is what it is. Divizy Disc is saying, I value making people dance and enjoy themselves more than my ego. The music volume's too loud as well, is it? Let's try now. Let me know, yeah, let me know if my volume is shit, because I can't hear it myself. So if I listen back, it's just one major feedback loop. Alright, I have got something else that I'm wondering about. What do we think of lazy edits? Yay or nay? Specifically, I'm not going to say a genre, but I think everyone kind of knows what I'm talking about when I say lazy edits, whether it's like disco edits or lo-fi edits. I think it's wait, hold on, lazy track edits. That's better. Because this is something I've had a little bit of an issue with for a while. I was like to know people's thoughts, because I think we've got a bit of a general consensus already there. For My Television Is Dead, a lazy edit is a track looped with a kick drum and a hat on top of it. So we've got Louis Luigi and Old Camus saying lazy disco edits, get in the bin. And I agree fully. Like, when I first started getting into tunes, like, there was a time where, you know, an edit was a good thing because there wasn't many of them, and I mean, people's careers weren't blowing up off doing disco edits, and now they kind of are. And I don't mean that as a shade to anybody, just it ain't it. Like, there's a lot more to the tune. Although I've got a few more spaces on my Soundcloud up next. If you want to send me something to listen to, please leave it in the shout box. Alright, yeah, Cammy saying, fair game making it for yourself to play, but passing off as your own work, trying to make sales on it is robbery. And that is generally why I tend not to upload many disco edits or house edits or lo-fi edits, because A, I get in a lot of trouble with copyright people. Like, I've had a few things taken down from people not doing their edits well enough, and yeah, it is a bit of a cop-out. Like, I don't want to be putting something up that someone's barely worked on. Someone's spent a long time making this disco track. Like, you've had a whole band in, you've had, like, you know, whoever's session players come in to do the piano and the strings, and then someone's come and cut a bit and then looped it up and then pressed it to vinyl and sold, I don't know, 3,000–4,000 copies, played everywhere around the world. Like, it's just a bit cheeky, innit? And obviously that's happening still today. But nah, I don't know. But yeah, that's why I tend to avoid it. It's just because it's a little bit disrespectful, especially when people aren't getting samples cleared. Like, I understand someone doing a 12-inch and doing it vinyl only because the sample hasn't been cleared. Actually, that's another topic we'll talk about in a minute. But yeah, like, have some artistic integrity, should I say, with an edit. Brother, we see us in Bristol. Best wishes from Berlin. Out to Hair Drum Code, the Berlin crew. Next thing I want to talk about, unless anyone else has anything else to say, vinyl versus digital. I think this is quite a contentious one. Let me just get some tunes ready. Oh, this bangs, I like this. This one, Blint, Hiding Leaves. This Camus that sent this. This is sick. So we've got that Elvin T tune. I'll add the next up. Alright, vinyl versus digital. NBC says digital, obviously, vinyl for collecting and DJing. Both. Ademville says both. Some tracks are too expensive on vinyl, and some tracks are still not available on digital of the version. Vinyl just because of low cost units. So, Salty Wax. Do you mean, do I DJ with vinyl but listen to digital? Oh, you're talking to NBC. I'll jump in here and say I'll DJ with vinyl if I know that the system is reliable. Because I've been to a few clubs where it's been a bit hit and miss. Like, if you want to lug your vinyl around, then you want to make sure you've got a good setup for it. And I think, I don't know about everyone else, I feel a bit more comfortable playing on vinyl sometimes, like, because, I don't know, I like having something tangible there, rather than just kind of getting hypnotised by CDJs. And, well, obviously, like, you guys know, like, I spent a lot of time playing vinyl, I've got a love for it, but at the same time, it's very, very expensive. So obviously there's merits to it. Where I've just been living my life and doing other things recently, running parties and labels and all sorts, I haven't got that much budget for vinyl like I used to, so it's a bit, sometimes you have to keep up a little bit. But what I say is, what do we think of vinyl only labels? Louis Luigi is asking, are Scuffed going to be doing vinyl releases? I'm not gonna answer that until early summer, probably. Still got a few room for tunes here. A few spaces for tunes. If it's on Soundcloud, let me know. And I'll stick it into the playlist. Yeah, if you've got anything else you want to talk about, if you've seen anything on Twitter, if you've seen any DJs or any music heads talking about anything, bring it up, because I just fancy chatting up. It saves me just staring at my phone while you guys look at me as well, so. Where's everyone from? How are the scenes like in your city? Salty Wax. Love playing vinyl. Switch to playing vinyl only because of the feel. But sometimes it feels it limits you too much. That is, yeah. That's a big problem for me. Like, I would play vinyl only if I could. But even when I'm doing the mixes in here, sometimes I feel like I can't keep up with the volume music that's coming out on vinyl. So, yeah, I have to have digital these days. But Louis Luigi, So I like what Luigi's he's saying. Getting tongue twisted. Do you think DJs nowadays can make careers without releasing tunes? That's a good one. I'm going to leave this up for discussion before I comment myself. You know. There we go. I'm going to leave this here. I'm just going to pop to the toilet. Didn't need to say that really. Leave the music playing.
Time I close my eyes, I see your face. Every time I close my eyes, I see your face. There's a warm sky covering the night.
Alright. Come back to a lot of comments. Let me start from where I was. So yeah, we talk about, do you think DJs can make careers without releasing tunes? It's possible, but harder to be found amongst the sea of shite. Says Cammy. What is this tune? So I'm gonna have to skip this tune. Can someone else give me a few tunes to line up as well? Because I'm about to run out after this one. Anyway, Cammy's saying it's possible, it's harder to be found amongst the sea of shite. I think you have to have something else about you to get bookings at a certain level. Because I mean, if I hadn't been doing this, I probably would have been, like last year, I played around the UK a little bit, I went to Scotland, I went to Ireland, and I don't think, if I'd just been DJing and doing radio, I don't think it would have been enough for people to be like, okay, let's take the risk on booking him outside of our city, because you still need to be getting press from somewhere. So either you need to be running a label, say like Ben UFO, Nick Tasker, you need to be building something else, maybe you're running a party somewhere. But yeah, it's harder to do it. But I don't think it's necessarily impossible, but I think you need to show that you have paid your dues in the game or the scene as it is. What else have we got? The question is MDMA or Coke? I can't answer that because I don't want to put off any potential new viewers. We've got NBC, he's telling me about his scene. He's in Washington DC. We've only got a few clubs that play good music, Flash and U Street Music Hall. Like how many good parties a week is there, or like what would you say in a month? Like how many things would you go to? Yeah, Luigi's saying the caliber of DJs that also produce is so high that you can think DJing isn't enough. Yeah, I think so. Obviously, there was a time when it was like a DJ's a DJ, a producer's a producer, but you can be DJing before you even like put out a release. So I think, yeah, you do learn faster. I think, especially like living here in Bristol, I've seen a lot of good DJs just at small events as well. So you kind of take in a lot. So I guess it's competitive. I'm not a competitive guy. I'm gonna load a few of these tunes in now. Keep chatting amongst yourselves. So first got Luke Man, Pro Guns. Luke Man, Pro Guns. Alright. Got that. We DJs, Upheld. Wow, that's a new one. DJ Tank Stella, Deeper Love. Ooh, I've only got a snippet of that one. Gonna have to skip it over, I'm afraid. Apex Twin, Xtal. I'm not gonna lie, yeah. I'm not as into Apex Twin as I probably should be. Like, what's happening? Like, I don't know, I think it's one of those things where people kind of big him up to be like, you can't be into dance music if you're not into Apex Twin. I don't know if that's true. Right, saying Carl Cox is overhyped. I don't want to go into insulting anybody. I was going to say, who do you think are overhyped DJs, producers, but that's probably not the way to go. I will ask something though. I saw this on a forum the other day. Where do you see the scene heading in 2019? We'll say dance music scene 2019. So I'm quite interested about that, like DJ Eddie, mate, I'm a newcomer, don't put me down like that. I'm not giving up. To be fair, I did know how to produce, I just really dislike it. Like, I like the process of coming up with something, then mixing down, tweaking. Like, you spend like 10 hours making a track and then like 40 mixing it down, and I hate that 40 hours afterwards. So that's why I never finish anything. I did an Instagram story the other day, and I was just going through tunes I haven't finished, and there's probably like 10-15 tunes there, at least. Sorry, just check my emails. So what have you got? Luigi saying heavier, electro is more mainstream, breaks is on the decline, possibly due to people being lazy with the way they use them. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I agree with that. Like, electro is becoming more popular. I think more people are open to it. But I think even then, people are playing a wider range of electro, and it's kind of merging into like techno sets. Like even like, so I run a night in Bristol called Midnight Shift. There's 4 of us. We've been friends for like 5-6 years. Last year it was mostly like house and disco and that sort of stuff, just because that's what we were kind of feeling playing. We got to the end of the year and we were like, no, I don't want to do this, I want to play a bit heavier. And electro's always kind of fit into like the house that we play. We just never really, I guess, is popularized, like, because you want to say like, oh yeah, I was into it before it became popular, but no, it just takes like one DJ playing it for you to kind of clock. So I guess that's sorry, there's a fly. So I guess this was gonna happen. Yeah, Louis Luigi and Cammy are saying lazy breaks are gonna murder breaks. Yeah, like, I fucking love breaks. I think everyone knows that as it is. But yeah, 4-bar loop breaks. It is like the flavour of the month. Like, there was a time, like, I think it was the beginning of last year, breaksy chuggers, they were alright, they were quite good. And now, yeah, there's breaks on fucking everything. And yeah, I think lazy breaks are going to be a big detractor. But then you're getting like really good like rave inspired stuff at the moment as well, so it's like, it's here and there. And then we've got, what else have we got? Hair Drum Code 2019, the Magraban, Vultra and Seinfeld. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not big on the lo-fi thing myself, because obviously I like music for the clubs, so lo-fi is quite washy, like, especially when you're mixing it in with like hyper stuff, so it's never really been for me. I listen to club music when I'm chilling anyway, mostly. So I can agree with the Magraban. I think the Magraban has been very, very, very underrated for a large number of years. I think he's sick. It's one of the few house producers that are really switching it up at the moment. So, you know, I thought last year after the Monster EP, he'd be getting bookings all over the place. But I don't know. I guess that's just how he operates. Like, he'd be getting booked if he wanted to. But yeah, I hit him up the other day just to message him saying like, yeah, you're sick. So if you see this, message me back. It's really hurt me. Hair Drum Code, 2-step, breaks, garage are back. I like garage. I like 2-step. I'm guilty of having like a 2-step garage section in most sets that I do. But I think, especially coming from somewhere like Bristol where there's a lot of student nights and there's a lot of like little nights popping up, I think garage is going to become very overplayed very soon. And it's a shame because obviously you got some good garage releases coming out. You've got like Dr. Banana putting out some sick reissues. And yeah, it's cool, but it feels a little bit like flavour of the month to me. I think there needs to be some evolution of the garage sound this year. Try and merge it into more like UK sort of sounds. Actually, I say that, Dead Boy, he's kind of got this weird like 2-step dubby sound on his new label called True, and I've been quite liking that. Because obviously, yeah, the Bristol UK techno thing has been my thing for a while. Let me see if I can find it actually. Sorry to whoever's tune is playing now. So yeah, it's like the new Dead Boy stuff's really hitting like the minimal dubby techno tip, but at the same time it's quite garagey. So we'll line that up just after when this tune finishes. You guys can check it out, let me know. Anyway, back to the comments. More 100 and 110 nights. Do like a good chuggy, you know, like, did Midnight Shift our news radio show last night, and it was me and another resident called Rudy. We were going back to back, and yeah, I think we started off. It was an hour. It was 95. I think we didn't hit 120, or if we hit 120, it was probably in the last like 10 minutes. Proper nice sunny chugger set, and I enjoyed it. I don't know, like, I like a little bit of energy on like a night out though. Like, I don't know if I could do a whole night of like 110, 100, 110, but I think warm-up DJs are going to be a bit more exciting. Because yeah, I've had warm-up DJs just play the same tempo as you, same tracks. I think there's a space for the chugger in 2019. Mitchell, big up Mitchell. Valeric, trance is coming back. I don't know about this trance thing, like, because I never really listened to trance. I just wouldn't know how I define trance. Is it like the cheesy Euro trance, or is it like, I don't know. I don't want to comment on that because I might sound really uneducated, might sound really stupid. This is the new Dead Boy stuff, by the way, like proper minimal two-step rollers. Just bear with me, the laptop is slowing down. If you've got any more topics, just shout them out. Hard trance. See, I'm just not educated on like that kind of music. I listened to a few happy hardcore songs I thought banged, but there would never be any way that I could mix them into a set. I think with trance, I've been listening to like really weird, like left field, like warped derivative stuff. So like Lorenzo Senni's last release was trance influenced, but it wasn't trance. There was one from, can't even remember, but it came out on Opal Tapes. It's a split with them and another label, and that's like really weird, like 140 deconstructed trance stuff. Now it's quite cool, but I don't think I could get away with playing them in a set. Mitchell, what I want to see go away in 2019 is the removal of elitism. I think that's it's a weird thing, like, because there's kind of two subsets in the scene where like you get the people that are not elitist at all and they're doing well and, you know, they're enjoying themselves, they're still being nice to everyone in the scene. Then you get the people that are doing alright, but they are elitist and they can't, do you know what I mean? Some people get to a certain level and they think like, I'm God's gift to get to this level. And I mean, it's even in like publications and magazines and stuff, like certain magazines won't feature you if you haven't pressed a 12-inch or you aren't working with vinyl. I'm not going to name any names, but I think everyone knows who they are. Like, in this day and age, they can write an article about, oh yeah, it's expensive, it's so expensive to get involved in the music scene these days, and then turn around and do the exact same thing. Basically, you know, financial gatekeeping. But obviously that's one level of elitism. People are snobby about a lot of things. And I don't know. I try and be quite calm, I try and be down to earth, I try and reverse it where I can. But it'd take a lot more than me to kind of figure out how to tackle that. What have we got? Job saying, I liked what DJ Normal 4, Kosh, Todd Osborne and Scuffed Recordings did last year. I expect this year more sick fusion between different genres. Example, acid garage. I think that's just a case of people getting bored, you know, like I think with Scuffed as well, like when we're putting stuff out, we don't want it to be kind of too easily categorized in this or that, because then that's when you're kind of like trying to be like someone else. So I don't think it's, I don't know, I think the fusion thing's cool. Like, I do see what you mean. It wasn't really an active thing that we thought about. But yeah, it turned out to be alright. Yeah, like DJ Normal 4, his production is very good. I do like how, yeah, he's bringing like acid and rave and like more sparse sounds, sparse like empty break sounds. Saw him DJing the other day. Cammy, more labels doing stickers with records. Big labels are very stingy. Fam, I'm telling you, like, obviously you can't see the other side of this laptop, but there's tons of stickers on there. And yeah, I love having stickers. I put up a tune from Le Holt the other day. Let's see if I can show you. That yeah, that Liam and Eddie-ness tune I put up. They sent me a record. I went and picked it up today, and hooked me up. This is what we need. Like, I like having things to stick on places. Actually, I'm gonna stick one on my laptop now. Yeah, if you didn't catch it, it's Liam and Eddie-ness, Where's the Shredmaster. Very good label, very good record. Thanks to them. I'm just gonna pop a sticker on here. Yeah, I can just line up a few tunes as well. Let me just line up a tune. Mitchell says, bring back posters. I agree 1000%. Like, my wall behind me now is bare, but I had a lot of posters up there before my landlady came over. So what I've got to do then, as well, if I play outside of my town, actually if I play anywhere, I keep all the posters, or I try and keep a flyer. So at the moment I'm kind of building up like a little book. See what we've got. This bad boy. So yeah, so I've got this one from when we had done a leak in Bristol over summer. That was at the Love-In, August. We've got like 2 designers for our midnight shift, and they designed all the posters, and they're fucking sick designers. So we had this one when we brought down Ludes. He signed it, Love Is Real. That was his Bristol debut as well. Tastemakers over here. This is my first London gig, this one. Played with 95 Bones, who we had on Scuffed quite recently, and we may have again soon. Yeah, another midnight shift party. This one was a bit of a flop. I won't say why. This was just one I played with friends. But yeah, I like collecting them. It's a weird, not a weird thing, but it's just like something I enjoy doing. This one, we threw this the other weekend, midnight shift first birthday party, as a band party. And while I'm here, plug in midnight shift. We just did our radio show yesterday, and we've kind of given out the dates of when our next 3 parties are. I'm not gonna say it again here because we still need to do the artwork and shit. But if you're in Bristol, keep your calendars free. So we got Louis Luigi. Get your girlfriend to put the posters from club nights in her bag. Yeah, trust. Like when I was younger, I used to love doing that. Like, it's just a good little souvenir because you always remember exactly where ones come from. I think that's the same with like why I like buying records, because I know exactly where I got it from. I know what state of mind I was when I bought it. I know, like, yeah, I know how I felt when I bought it. I know why I bought it, and I'll always remember that. Even if I could pull out a record right now and I know exactly where it's from. I'm gonna ask one more question for now, unless anyone else has anyone. I'm gonna ask, who do you think is gonna have a good, should I say bad as well? No. Who do you think is gonna have a good 2019? I don't want to say bad because I don't want to bad my feeling. How do I organise my records? So I'll show you how I organise my records. We'll take a quick walk, just because feeling fucking hell, my headphones. Feeling nice today. I'll show you around the pad. So obviously, I've got the world famous 1210s here, DPM specials, and we have 3 shelves. Well, no, it was 3 shelves to begin with. We've got 5 now. So we've got first one, it's like deep house, disco-y. Sorry about me. And then we've got more bouncy house here. We've got techno in here. This bottom shelf down here is for records that aren't necessarily dancey, stuff that I sample. And then there's one down here, it's for like garage and 2-step stuff. Then I've got fat old UDG here for the shit. Got another record case just down here. And it's kind of loosely sorted like that. But it only takes like a few minutes of a few hours of playing records and it's fucked again, so it is what it is. Please allow my messy area as well, because I wasn't expecting company. So let's check my email. Oh shit. Are we still streaming? Yeah. Bear with me, I'm just loading up Shoot on 2. Connection is playing up a little bit, out to talk. Alright, so Mitchell is saying, I hope HWMY comes back to the house scene. His last releases are rated highly, but they're not like his old stuff. I'm not even gonna lie, I haven't listened to them. Like, that was the piss thing, wasn't it? I've had it on my hard drive, just haven't fired it up, which is something I'm terrible at. But yeah, Honey, there's a tune he did for the very first time, and when I was like proper young head. That was one of the ones that really like sucked me into the scene. Honey, old Detroit swindle stuff like Break Up, that sort of time. Yeah, that's what I was into. I was proper deep house when, not deep house, but like, yeah, I guess it was like deep house head. I've kind of like switched it up. So what's Mitchell saying here? This one, by the way, is by Gaunt. It came out on a label called Glass Talk. I think it was last year, and this has literally been my go-to track for the past few weeks. Oh, Mitchell's got an interesting question. Actually, Louis Luigi, are you and Camus in the same room? Because you commented the same things earlier. Continuing in a bad year, Jackmaster. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna say anything on that, but I think he's a bit too big to be gone. Like, that's what I'll say, because I don't really want to speculate on anything, because I don't know. But I'm liking this question that Mitchell's given me. So let me just copy this into the top and see if it'll fit first. Ooh. Let's try this. Bear with me. Basically, what Mitch's saying, do you think there's too many posers in the scene? Because I can't fit that into the box. It's just fun to have a chat, innit? Yeah, Pinball Spider, I knew it. You lot can't hide from me, I know all your first names. All you DJs, I know your government names. Alright, so Valeric's got a good point coming from this question now. The scene is getting bigger and more commercial, so the bubble's gonna pop sooner or later. Some DJs build their whole careers in only 4 years these days. Peggy Goo, for example. I'm not going to talk about her, but I'm going to talk about dance music in itself has become a major commodity. Like, people are using DJs to sell their fashion brands, to sell clothes, to sell cars, to sell... House music's a lifestyle, basically. Dance music's definitely a lifestyle, and that has affected the way that, yeah, certain people are blowing up. And I think obviously there's a lot of money in it, but I don't think there's longevity in it. Do you know what I mean? Like, after 2-3 years of being a Flavour of the Month party DJ, what are you gonna do the next year? Yeah, obviously, yeah, Valeric's saying nothing against her. I'm saying nothing against her too. She's playing the game, but unless you have a plan, like, you could get lost in the sauce quite easily, I think, like, because I've watched a few people come in, blow up, and then just become completely one-dimensional afterwards. So, I guess if you have good business around you, you can make a bigger lifestyle, I would be a DJ, but how long will you be a credible DJ for if you've got all this other stuff going for you, is what I'd say. Yeah, Cammy's got it right, create your own longevity. Because I mean, there's financial longevity, but like, I'm not mentioning any names because I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to get blacklisted. I don't know how this scene works. Like, I don't want someone to come for me and be like, oh yeah, you heard you've been talking shit. I don't want to be on the lineup with you anymore. So yeah, just for the record, I'm not bad-mouthing anybody, but a lot of people are blowing up very quickly and very, very visibly, and obviously only getting booked at certain parties because of image. But at the same time, like, that's always going to be a thing, in it. There's underground and there's pop stars. So I think it's just a separate world, really. Like, and yeah, back to the question. Do I think there's too many posers in the scene? No. Like I've said, like, the underground house music stuff is basically just pop music at this point. Like, you go and turn the TV on, maybe not so much this year, but 2 years ago, any pop song would be like 123, 4/4 beat, chord game 1 synth, and that'd be a pop song. So the people that wanna push it forward will push it forward, and it's gonna keep moving forward with or without these people. So Larry, most of us have to play warm-up sets for years, and I think it's a good way to learn this skill. Yeah, I like a good warm-up set, but I think it depends on, I don't know, I did my first like proper warm-up set for a big DJ the other day. I opened for Nick from Whitey's, and I was like sick. I want to play all these chuggers. I want to go like from ambient to like broken beats, this and that. And then I started playing and everyone went into the other room because a lot of people don't have time for warm-up sets, which is quite bizarre. But I guess, yeah, if your club's not set up for a warm-up DJ, then it's not set up for a warm-up DJ. I was fine, it's just a bit bizarre. What have we got? Job in art. I think it depends on person, as you mentioned. Peggy Go, we can mention DMX Crew. The guy will not collaborate with Puma with Corga Roland. Yeah, exactly, like, that's the thing. Dance music is a commodity. And I'm sat here in my own t-shirt, drinking something like my own mug. I can't pretend that, you know, I've never been involved in monetizing it. But it's not like that, really. Like, for me, it's just nice to have my logo everywhere. I don't have to photobomb people anymore. I just let my logo do it instead. This track, by the way, is by Kenix featuring Bobby Youngblood. It's called There's Been No One Like You. I don't know who sent me this to play, but yeah, it's a good track, isn't it? Hardware. Yeah, Cam's asking about hardware gear versus in the box. If anyone has any thoughts on that, then go ahead. I don't know, I don't really haven't really worked much with hardware. I prefer hardware just because if I'm working on a computer, it's so easy just to click and do something else. With hardware, I'm quite a jittery man, so I think when I have worked with hardware, copyright feds are coming for me. My stream may be temporarily blocked. Anyway, yeah, I think hardware is more, it works better for me, so that's my 2 cents. If anyone else wants to talk about hardware versus in the box, we got any producers in here, give us a shout, let us know. Big up Son Uda. I don't know if that's a translation. We've got lots of translation there. What else have we got? I might dip out in like 5-10 minutes. I've got a few more things to get done this evening. But yeah, if anyone has any more topics to go over before I go, please tell me now, because I'm flagging. I need something I can talk about for a few minutes. I don't know if my shout box is breaking either, and I don't know if this is gonna cut out because it says content. Yeah, copyright feds are after me. Still with me, bear with me. Just reloading my shout box. Alright, I'm gonna pop the chat out. Call to arms, get your last minute questions in. Fam, I've got this public speaking thing down, you know. I always find myself flagging on streams, but I've had this one alright. Has anyone seen that? I posted it on Facebook yesterday. I did a video for Skiddle, and they interviewed me, asked me like loads of stuff, what I like about Bristol, how I describe it and stuff. And I was dying of the flu, and I said at the end, like, I'm sorry if I ummed and ahed too much. So they sent me the first question back, because they're doing like little clips. And they're asking all these people, like, got some, they're asking Beth, like, some Bristol heads. You know, how do you describe the city? Everyone's got all these words. I'm just sat there like, And my chat's so good when I'm on radio, when I'm on here. It's a shame. Alright, so we've got Mitchell's question here. I think this is an important question to ask, actually, because I've been thinking about this more and more, and people have been asking me questions kind of related to this more and more, and I'm not necessarily sure how to do it. but it's something that I'm interested in. It's something I'd like to discuss. He's basically asked me, what's the best way to cultivate a small but happy scene? Going off that, he was saying he's very much where I am. It's only cool to play the most obscure things, which he's not super into. Let the people dance. He's got to do you, like. I don't know where you're from. If you can even just kind of like try and find some DJs that are playing in small bars or get sets in small bars to put something together, like. It's just involvement, it's just speaking to people, and once you have one or two people, if I like a night, I'm going to tell my friends to come to the night because my friends are with me. Or if I like a certain DJ, I'm going to tell them to listen to it. It is word of mouth, I guess, like, that's the only way that anything goes now, like, anything grows. Is you've got to basically water the roots. So anyone that's there from the start, if you're playing somewhere, Valeric said it, like, do small events. Don't worry about trying to do a massive event. If you're trying to build something bigger for a scene, whether it's for a city or like for, I don't know, for a school or whatever, do small events, small house parties, small radio shows, whatever. Like, it is just about watering the roots. Like, nothing is gonna come quickly unless you chuck a shit ton of money at it, and I don't think that's possible for most people. So yeah, it's a bit more rewarding to to build it and then have, like, watch it grow in front of you. So that's what I'd say. Yeah, obviously you haven't really gone into specifics of where you're from or what you're planning to do or what you do, but yeah, start small, keep it high quality. You've got to, I guess, nurture the people that are there from the start, and just treat it like a child, like, treat it like a child, build it up from scratch. Because nothing's going to happen quick. If anyone else has any more tips, then put them in the box. Mitchell's saying, once my Bitcoin moons, we'll build a great scene overnight. Is Bitcoin still a thing? I've seen on had an idea. I've seen on Instagram, I've got these like targeted ads for you know, you get the footballer stock market things where it's like basically like you have stocks in a certain footballer, and then, you know, if the footballer goes in good form, it's like fantasy football. They should do that with DJs. DJ stock market. Chuck all your money in someone. Oh shit, he's a massive racist, he's a massive sexist, I lost all my money. Oh no, he's done a successful boardroom, my money's come back in. I think that's a good idea. I think someone should do it. I'd invest. Big up Pro Moose. I'm doing good, man. I hope you're doing good too. I think this has been quite a successful experiment, because I couldn't be bothered to mix, but I wanted to come on and have a chat. So big up everyone that's locked in. Yeah, that DJ stock market thing, I'm gonna chase that up. You might be right, Mitch, you might be right. I can't comment. Alright. you got any more comments, any more shouts? I'm gonna dip out in a little bit. Because, yeah, everyone's getting a bit quiet. Big up Alec. Big up Roland Sennheiser. Nice format, great topics. Thank you. Promoose, who are you? Who is that? That's definitely someone that I know and I've met. And that was with me on that night. But you don't have to say your name. They let me back on the same ticket. I'm not gonna go into any more detail of what that means, but yeah, they let me on the same ticket. It was calm. I'm freaked out now, yeah. But I don't know, like, I've started getting that thing where, like, if I go out to certain places where there's going to be heads, so the club basically, people do know who I am, and I'm not gassed, it's just weird. Like the other day, I was introduced to someone, he was like, oh yeah, this is Ian. I was like, oh, you're Ian from DPM. I'm like, yeah, I am. Oh, big up Nick, yeah. We won't discuss details on that one. Oh, you know what? We're gonna let one more tune run out, and then I'm gonna go do something else. So if anyone wants to give me a last tune to play, get your shouts in quickly. Actually, I was going to play some new scuffed stuff, but I'm not logged in on the right Soundcloud account to get to it. That's the thing, like, Promoose is saying, yeah, he got stopped in the high street. Like, I think especially in like dance music and stuff, or like if you're in a city where you're doing something, people remember faces very easily. Like, all you have to do is like DJ'd once somewhere and they can be like, oh yeah, I saw you there, like. Alex got the first tune in, so I'm gonna go for that one. If it works. Oh, that January tune is only 1:30. So I'm going to try this Canyons one. Let's see if we've got a full version of that. Canyons Dancing on Silk. Oh no! Oh yeah, we do. There's a Soundcloud Go link at the top. We've got another one. Came across a new artist today from NTS, Alfred, got played on Moxie's show. I listened to Moxie's show for like half an hour today, but I listened to the Imogen guest mix, so I didn't hear that. But I will listen back because I do rate her show very much. She played her like, she gave her first play of a scuffed track the other day, last week. Been trying to get on her show for ages, so that was sick. Something very, very new from us on Whitey's. On the last show there. Check the track list, you might know what it is, but I can't give too much away. Mitchell was asking, when is the next tea and tunes? I haven't bought that many records recently, like, so I've not really been like itching to do it because I don't want to kind of mix stuff that's not all like really fresh. So I'll probably do one soon, but I'm not gonna put a date on it, A, because I never put a date on it anyway. It's just when I'm bored, and B, just because like, yeah, it depends what I'm feeling playing, so who knows. Out to Alec for this tune, Dancing on Silk, Canyons. This is the last one, and then I'm gonna dip off. Had a lot of fun doing this. I think I'll do this again at some point. It's very easy. I don't have to mix or pick any tunes, so I'm free to chat. Promise is saying, yeah, the Glances release. Should have done a little plug there. I think it was the first tune I played in this stream anyway. That's Glances, Bulwark. They are a Bristol duo. They sent me over a few tracks like a few months ago. Met them since then, and then we decided, you know what, we'll sign you up. And the release has done very well. We've got something else lined up with them and Scuffed fairly soon. It's not a release. I don't know if I can say what it is, but it came off certain person liking the Glances release, so we're doing a little scuffed get together on a certain network. I'm chatting so much shit. I'm gonna dip out after this track, so that's like 3 minutes time. If you've got any shouts or anything you want to say, speak now or forever hold your peace. If you've emailed me about something and I haven't replied, nudge me now because I have a fucking lot of emails. Nah, I'm joking. And yeah, if you enjoyed this, let me know, because it's been a little bit different. I thought I'd try it out just to kind of see if I could, because I do like to try and push the boat out with the channel a little bit. So if you have any more ideas of things that you want me to do, or we'll talk about, or whatever, because I like to make a few more little like videos, just me chatting, let me know. Promos, when did I do this Skittle video? I think it was about 3 weeks ago. But obviously, you know the connection that we have there. Yeah, she let me know about it. Yeah, it must have been like a week after I was in Liverpool. And then, yeah, I did it a few weeks ago, and obviously it's all been rolling out. I think there's still a fair bit more video to do. So, yeah, less umming and ahhing and more serious chat. Got Alec, all the best from Bucharest. All the best to you, my friend. We'll speak soon for sure. Valeric, hope I'll still be able to buy records from Juno at this price after Brexit. there's so much. I hope we're able to get records pressed after Brexit, because that might be an issue for a few certain people, a few certain labels. Mitchell would be happy to watch again. Maybe put a post in the Facebook group or on Twitter for some questions to go through, and then a Q&A. My Twitter doesn't bang, you know, like I can't do Twitter, but I'll probably put a post in the Facebook group next time. I just wanted to see if this would work this time, and it has worked. Promos. Are they doing any events in Bristol? Was it a one-off? I think they've got they're doing like a takeover. So there's like posters and flyers all around the city at the moment. I think they're doing a handful. They're doing quite a lot actually, but I think it's like 2 or 3 days that they're coming down. I'm not playing anything. I just did the video, but I'm gonna go. I've got tickets to see Riz Latif of the infamous Rewind Gate. He's playing in a barbershop like down the road from me. So that'd be sick. UKG. And then yeah, I've got a few more things. I've got a boat party with Hodge and Pinch. But I think like you have to win tickets for that, and then if you're the person that wins, you win like enough tickets for the entire boat, which I think is quite mad, but yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, this track is almost finished, so I'm gonna say my goodbyes. Thanks for listening, thanks for putting up with me waffling, thanks for chatting back, and yeah, big up yourselves. I'll probably be back doing this again at some other point. Bye. Had to freeze the picture in the background because my laptop died otherwise.